Okay, so David, this is August 19th, 2022. Swing looks great. Okay. You know, you're at the point where we're going to fine tune it just a bit. If you want to, I mean, you're fine playing with this. There's still going to be some inconsistencies. Not as many and as often as before, but they're still there, and we'll show you how you can remedy those. Okay, so strong additional lines, the hand path, head movement, butt board. Okay, strong. One line here. He's got deep hits. Okay, so that really looks good. Maybe stand over here, it's just easier because I'm, is glare okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this is really good. Okay.
That's why I started doing that both of those
yeah,
arms, and then
yeah.
it corrected my problem.
And also, you know, old school Ledbetter had everybody cranking like this, but look, you lose width, you know. Yeah. And at our height, we want more width, and so that's the modern swing. Is they're almost straight armed here, and even at the top, they don't have more than 90. They don't even get to 90.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a late set, and he had this swing setter thing where you got set early. Anyway, yeah, this looks good. I like that shoulder tilt too. Head has gone forward a bit. We'll see if that causes any problems. Okay, so it's forward 2 inches. Okay, so from there, look, it's just on plane. You know, you don't have to make this adjustment and fight. This is really good. See, it's right. See, and the elbow is still inside your body, which is good. It's starting to get a little steep on you here. See this? See, it's moving away from that yellow line. Okay, that's just old programming. And as you're going, that elbow is kind of going this way. If you keep that elbow in here, you know, almost, see, my hand doesn't work right. That wrist doesn't work right. Normal people can go like this, but you're acting like you've got my wrist. You need that waiter's tray thing. So if you get more of an angle like that, that thing will be on plane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Waiter's tray here. Okay.
Yeah, I can take it up like this thing here. If I take it like this, look at that.
Yes.
So,
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah. So that's okay. So this is your top position. This is really good. See how that left arm is right on plane. Your hands are high enough, and see how that little hole is in the exact right spot. Really good, David. Really good. And you know this thing, you know, I think it can still be extended out a little more, but it used to be here, right? This is a huge difference. Now, what's great about this is, you know, all we do is just like this, and we're all, you know, like laid off. So once we free up that little wrist thing, so that's really good, but still against the backboard. Okay. So now the good guys, the Ledbetter guys in Faldo, they all were steep, but the first thing down was they would sag it here. You start it, and then you lay it off here. So right in the middle of the swing, the club head itself goes this way, and then it has to go this way, then around, as opposed to just, see it right on that line? Yeah. It's like I got water in my ear. That's weird. You know, you get that echo from swimming.
I hate
it. Okay, so, and you know, sure enough, as you start down, this thing is, you know, this is just old programming, but I just caused by that wrist. You're not even close to the service tray thing. It's like you got my wrist. Okay, yeah. See, way steep. But this is what's new and why you can play is you go from that red line to you're back on playing. But here's the thing that's difficult. Mid swing, you've got to go, the shaft has to go from the red line to that blue line mid-swing. That's a big adjustment. Now, you know, I don't know, that's 30 degrees, 20 degrees? Sometimes it might be 10, sometimes 15, inconsistency. Inconsistency. So that's where the inconsistency is coming from. And
see, this is what drives me nuts, though, is the butt board.
Okay, so back recording. So that's where the inconsistency is. You're going from this red line to this blue line mid-swing. Okay, and like I said before we started recording, because in this swing the club head ended up exactly perfect. Right behind your hands, you're ready to deliver this. Look how that elbow is no longer floating. It's attached, and hopefully will be rubbing across your front side. Yeah. So then you're releasing the lag. Here, look at this. This is good too. So you can't see it because you got dark pants, but we're starting to see two cheeks. There's one, there's the other. And you can tell that because of how the knees are positioned. See, you know, so your knees reflect where your hips are. So you're about like that at impact. Previously you're like that. Yeah. It's really big improvement. And you pointed up when I put it on pause, yeah, you come away from the backboard, okay. And the reason you are is, first of all, you got to celebrate the fact that you now are turning through it. But you're turning through it instead of rotating around your belt buckle like this. If you rotate around your belt buckle, look, this right hip goes back, then the left hip goes back. If you rotate around like Ledbetter wanted you to do around your left hip, which is what you're doing.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So you probably have a weight shift in here, but rotate around here. You still want to rotate around your belt buckle. So if my thumb is the belt buckle, this is the right hip, this is the left hip, and you're rotating around that, look, those hips go back and forward, okay? And on the follow through, this left hip goes back. If I rotate around this, the belt goes closer to the ball, like this. That's what you're doing, okay?
Now, how in the heck do I rotate? I just, because I have to actually push back with my lead foot.
No, it's not that hard. So you're like this. So there's a weight shift here, and then actually the weight shift goes, if this is on my belt buckle, it's going this direction. So I'm going here. So ground effects, we're not worried that much about it. Let's just worry about posting. You know, we don't want this. So you want to feel like the movement is here, and then rotate through like that. You just don't want that left. Yeah, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Yeah. So you got your butt board here. If you rotate around your belt, you're going to push it this way and this way. You can't help that. If you rotate around this, that's what you have. So it's just a simple rotation around there. But this isn't even close to the way it was, and you never showed the two cheek at impact. Yeah, so huge, huge change. Now, remember you had that head forward in the backswing. Now it's perfect. You know, it's down a bit, but you can live with that. Most good players have that. But you have to realize that there is this movement forward and back. You really don't need it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Get next to the wall here to here, and you know, it's 2 inches forward, and then it's got to be 2 inches back and extra motion. You really don't need it. You just need to rotate around here and then go. Any extra movement is going to add inconsistency.
When you're trying to hit a ball within a range of like
exactly,
that. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so look at exit on plane. It's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that spine angle. Really good. Up on your toe. Are you kidding? Really? Right? Because that used to be your anchor. You're like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you're on the way to screwing up your back. That's really good. Okay. So let's look from. That's really good. Really good backswing. See how that, now the head shifted, but that's okay. See how your left shoulder's behind the ball. That's really good. See how your upper body is leaning away from the target. Really good. Heads move, but mostly rotation. Okay, the hands look low, but it doesn't matter how high or low your hands are as long as your left shoulder's behind the ball. That's why these hockey players and all can, you know, John Rahm, his shoulder's behind the ball, his hands are not even chest high. That's fine. I love that. Okay, so let's see how fast your right knee gets off that wall. Okay, so it's coming down. So this is outside the wall again, but now you finally go to a post. That's better than it's ever been. You can actually live with that. Okay, so when you come in to hit, your belt buckle's here, and it should be there. Right? So here's this on pause. Resume. Okay, so we need a little better shift, but look, this is downstream. You don't worry about that now. I'm just pointing it out future, like next week or next month. It's not quite there yet, but the thing that's hurting your direction is swing plane. That's the number one thing. And number two thing, consistency, would be keeping something on the buckboard. The number one thing is how you're having to shift that swing plane, mid swing. That's your number one mission. Okay, so this is just confirming. So this is great. See how the lower body is past the ball and your head hasn't? That's really good. Yeah, so I was wrong. Your left hip's not in the way. You've cleared out nicely. You know, and you got that thing rolled back, and you come through here, and then it goes back in here. But I'm not going to worry about that now. That's later. Okay, so before we started recording this, I mentioned to you that you were just very quick at the top. Okay, so that would be, like I said, off camera, off recording, your number one mission is to get this thing more on plane early and stop that 20-degree change mid-swing. Okay, something that's really going to help your consistency is, let me play this forward. Let's see. This is still slow motion. doesn't do it right. Okay, so let me, okay, so let's see if we can get a flavor for this. The final thing is I'd work on a real smoother transition, and you can do the Tiger Woods drill is go to the top and pause it for 5 seconds, then hit. And make sure when you do that it's really laid off. Then do another swing with pausing for 2 seconds, then 1 second. And I think you can actually play with 1 second pause. That just gives your lower body a chance to clear out. And make sure you, when we clear it out, that we're rotating around the belt buckle, not the front hip.